Hey guys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to measure, but we're going to use popsicle sticks. So hopefully your teacher remembered to send some home with you, but if we didn't, then maybe you can find something at your house that's about the same length. So at school, we've been talking about measuring this week. We've done 2 days of measuring and we've been using cubes. So parents, we're not using like standard rulers. This way we are working on counting also and using things that you could find around the house. So at school, we measured objects around the room. We measured our feet and shoes and things like that. So today, you guys are going to use your measuring sticks. So these are popsicle sticks, and we're going to measure with these. So whenever you measure with them, you're going to make sure that you put them end to end like this. So you're not going to put them beside each other like this, not like this, because they have to touch each other. Okay, so I'm going to measure a few things. So what I want for you guys to do is to get a piece of paper. It could be in a notebook, a piece of paper by itself, it doesn't matter. So I put mine on a clipboard, and of course, first thing you need to do is to write your name. So I'm going to write my name up at the top, and don't forget to do this part. I am using a marker just so that you can see it a little bit better, but you guys, of course, always use a pencil whenever you write. So write my name up at the top, and then I'm going to pick something in your house to measure. It could be anything that you want. Okay, so I could even measure my marker. So if I use a popsicle stick and I measure my marker, it's about the same as 1. Because if I try to put 2 on there, that would be way too long. So I could say that it is 1. So I want for you guys to measure maybe at least 3 things. If you want to do more, that would be awesome. You could do as much stuff in the house as you want. So I'm going to draw a picture of my marker just as best as you can. It does not have to be a gorgeous, beautiful marker. Okay, so after I have my marker, just draw a picture of it, and then I'm going to write down the number of how many sticks. So my marker was 1 popsicle stick long. I'll circle that so you can see it. So I have a marker, and it is 1 popsicle stick long. Okay, so let me think of some other things. So I have this game here. I can measure this game. So I could measure it on this side. I can measure the long side. It doesn't matter how you want to measure it, as long as you're measuring it. Okay, so it gets a little bit harder so that you guys can see me. Hopefully it's not upside down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start over here on one side, and I'm going to make sure, remember that they touch. And then I'm going to go all the way to the other end. And they're not going to be exact, and it is okay. So if I try to put this one, that is really long. Okay, so it's not even going to work. So I could just use these. So I count them, 1, 2, 3. So I know that this game is 3 popsicle sticks long. So then I'm going to draw it on here. I'm going to draw my game that had like a little rocket ship on it. And then I'm going to put 3. So it is 3. And then I'm going to circle it. Okay, so I've got my rocket and I've got my marker. Now I want to find something really big. I wonder what I can do to make it be really, really big. So let's think. How about this whole big table? Maybe you could go and you could do a coffee table or your kitchen table, something where you know you're going to have to use a lot. Okay, so let's start here. So I'm going to use this table that I am sitting at. Oh, but this thing, I wonder, like, look, guys, my tables in my room are kind of bigger than some of the other classrooms. I don't know. Now I know it's going to be upside down, but pretty big. So I'm going to start over here. So I wonder how many. And you could always guess. Gosh, maybe it'll be 20? I don't know. So I'm going to put them end to end, make sure that they're touching. take a while. My goodness. Hopefully I have enough. I wonder what kind of a big thing you guys can measure. If you have a pet that is not a wild puppy or a wild kitty kitten, maybe you can measure your pet. Now some dogs and cats would go crazy if you did that, but now this one is pretty close to the edge, so I'm going to go ahead and count that one. Alrighty, so now I've put it from one side to the other. So now we're going to count, and we're going to see how long that my table is. Let's see if you guys can see it. Hopefully you can. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So on my last one, I'm going to draw a table. So here's my long table with my 4 legs. And it was 11 long. So I'm going to write an 11 and then circle it. So you should have 3 things that you measured, your name up top, and write down how many popsicle sticks long that it was. And then make sure to put it in your folder. And have a good rest of the day. Bye.